The year was 2004 and everything was clapped. NASA started fucking about on Mars and Nintendo continued to fuck up their business. The GameCube had been out for 3 years and had sold about 12 units. This is the moment when Nintendo clocked that they needed to innovate and create something that no one had seen before. So they got a Game Boy Advance SP, stretched it out a bit and plonked another screen at the bottom. The DS was born and it was fucking hideous. I'm going to go through everything wrong with the DS and stay tuned because at a random point in the video I'm going to tell you a crazy fact about the system, and trust me, when I heard this I nearly shat myself. The Wii is generally known for its huge amount of shitty shovelware games, but the DS is stacking in that department as well. There are 2,041 DS games and 2,000 of them are shite. I'm about to show you an average eBay listing showing a bundle of 6 DS games. Have a guess at how many of them are wank. All of them, they are all shite, unless of course you consider Barbie Groom and Glam Pups worthy of the Game of the Year award. I love how they're trying to sell these games for 30 quid, by the way, very wishful thinking. Now I mentioned that 2,000 of the 2,041 DS games are shite, while the remaining 41 are shitty multi-carts. You may not expect these to exist considering the fact that an average DS game costs 4 pence anyway, but some people don't really like to shell out. And these things are surprisingly common. Just search DS multi-cart on eBay and you see this. 208 in one! 308 in one, 520 in one, like bloody hell, there's 3 times as many games on that cartridge as there are DS games in total. Now if you decide to buy one of these multi-carts, you may need a stylus to play some of the 50,000 games you now own. Unfortunately, every stylus falls out its DS and is lost the day after it's brought. Styluses have a bump at the end to keep them in place, which wears away after a lot of use. Shit. Okay, it is time for the epic DS fact. The DS has had many different names and they are mental. It was originally going to be called City Boy because it was a successor to the Game Boy line of systems, and Nintendo wanted to appeal to cool teenagers living in urban areas. They ended up just appealing to 8-year-old girls and nans, but at least they tried. It was also called Iris, Nitro, and eventually coined the DS, which stands for Double Screen and Developer System. Pretty mad shit. The DS also has some weird accessories. My favourite is the Guitar Hero grip, but I also have this ridiculous piano which plugs into the GBA slot. The hinges on the DS, 3DS and all the revisions are fucking terrible. Most DS's can basically rotate 360 degrees. They are so weak that when he was about 8 years old, my cousin tore the 2 screens of his DS in half. I honestly don't know why they didn't just sellotape the 2 sides together at this point. The DS may have its flaws, but it's the best selling handheld console of all time, so we'll allow it. Like the video for a high five, subscribe if you don't touch kids, and I'll see you guys next week.